Soft plastic worms changed bass fishing forever.
Hold it right there. What did you just say?
Soft plastic worms changed bass fishing forever. Bass fishing forever. Bass fishing forever.
So I was browsing YouTube the other day and I came across this channel called Fisherman Explained. On the surface it looks like any other YouTube channel, but something seems off about it. Wait, is that a lorem ipsum salmon? I wonder if you used the lorem ipsum hook to catch it. As it turns out, this channel is 100% AI generated slop. And today, we're gonna look at it. Stick around to the end to see how I use AI without making Soulless videos. And remember to subscribe for more.
Drop the bass.
Alright, so let's look at the first video uploaded titled Every Fishing Bait Explained. You and I both know there are more baits than this out there, but let's give it a shot.
We're talking about the classics that have been catching fish for decades, the modern innovations that are changing the game, and everything in between.
So this is a classic AI blunder. I guarantee you the original script looked like this, but the voice is pausing on the wrong words.
Whether you're chasing panfish in a farm pond, or targeting monster bass in thick cover.
Yes, you heard that correctly. Monster bass. Need I say more?
Let's start with night crawlers. These aren't just your garden variety worms we're talking about.
Actually, they are your garden variety of earthworm. They're just bigger because they're farmed. Most of the earthworms here in the US, like the nightcrawler species, aren't actually native though. They were introduced when Europeans settled here in the 1600s.
What makes night crawlers so effective is their universal appeal. Bass can't resist them.
Oh, so this time he pronounces bass correctly. Don't ask me why he said bass earlier.
Whether you're targeting largemouth or smallmouth, catfish cruising along the bottom will hammer a night crawler without hesitation. Trout see that natural movement and think easy meal. Even panfish, like bluegill and crappie, will take a piece of night crawler when nothing else is working.
Okay, there's a lot of unnecessary fluff right there, but I would agree. Like, night crawlers do basically catch anything. What I don't agree with is this being a crappie. I mean, it looks nothing like it. This is what a black crappie looks like for reference. I think this fish here is a red ear sunfish, but it doesn't matter. It's not a crappie.
Now let's talk about minnows, both live and dead.
Pretty sure that first minnow was neither live nor dead. It was artificial.
If night crawlers are the universal soldier of freshwater fishing, minnows are the secret weapon for targeting specific species.
Alright, now you lost me. Yeah, you can catch more with an earthworm than with a live minnow, but I wouldn't say a live minnow is the best way to target a specific species. This guy wouldn't either, because he actually name dropped more species on this than with the earthworm.
Live minnows are absolutely deadly for bass, especially during the cooler months when bass are less aggressive.
Make up your mind already. Is it bass or is it bass?
The natural swimming action and scent trail that live minnows produce is something artificial baits struggle to replicate.
Well, no kidding. Does anyone really need a video to explain that? I mean, why else would people still use live bait?
Dead minnows have their place too.
That's an artificial minnow, not a dead minnow.
Cut them into chunks for catfish bait, or use them whole when you're targeting larger predators like pike or muskie.
Can you just imagine someone watches this video, looks at an artificial minnow, and then cuts it in half for catfish bait? Anyways, moving on.
Spinnerbaits excel in situations where other lures fail.
That's an inline spinner. Usually when you're talking about spinnerbaits, you're referring to something that looks a little like this.
Their unique design with the spinning blade creates flash and vibration.
That is true, but what you're pointing at is the treble hook.
Spinnerbaits are also incredibly weedless, thanks to their design. The blade acts like a guard, deflecting the hook away from cover. This lets you fish them through vegetation, around stumps, and in other snaggy areas where traditional lures would get hung up constantly.
If we're talking about this kind of spinnerbait, then you'd be partially correct. It is partly weedless, but it's because of the wire frame, not the blade. If you're talking about inline spinners, then you're dead wrong. I actually just made a guide video about inline spinners. Here's what I had to say about using them in weeds. You're really only going to want to use them in places with lower vegetation. If there are too many weeds around, this spinner's going to get caught on everything, and you do not want that.
Cut bait opens up a whole different category of fishing. This is chunks or strips of fish used as bait, and it's absolutely deadly for species.
Wait, I thought we already talked about cut bait, didn't we?
Cut them into chunks for catfish bait.
Yeah, we talked about that with the minnow bit. I mean, maybe that just applied to artificial minnows.
Inline spinners like rooster tails and meps represent some of the most time-tested lures in fishing.
Oh, so now we're talking about inline spinners.
The spinning blade creates flash and vibration that attracts fish from remarkable distances.
Just like with the other one, you're pointing at the treble hook.
The simple design makes them foolproof to use. Just cast out and reel back.
I don't know what that hesitance was there for.
Just cast out and reel back.
Almost like the AI forgot what it was going to say.
These lures excel in moving water, where the current helps activate the blade, but they're equally effective in still water.
This is just my opinion, but I do not agree with that. You can totally use inline spinners in still water. I do all the time, but inline spinners definitely work better in streams, like the one I'm fishing on screen right now.
Silver blades work best in bright conditions. Gold blades excel in low light or stained water. Try natural colors in clear water and bright colors when visibility is limited.
There's nothing wrong with any of that. That's like your typical fishing lure color theory right there. Personally, I don't think color matters that much, but I always stick to the natural colors. Anyways, this video went over a few other baits, but I think we got the idea. Let's take a look at one more video, see what this channel has to offer. Also, let me know down in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. Maybe I'll make a part 2. Alright, this next one is titled, Every Tackle Box Essential Needed for Fishing. Does your tackle box have secret tape? Well, it better, because it's an essential.
In this video, I'll walk you through every single essential item that needs to be in your tackle box.
Aw man, the voice changed. Well, hopefully we can still hear some
Basic.
Not the fancy stuff that looks cool in the store, but the real essentials that separate successful anglers from those who go home empty-handed.
Yeah, all those fishermen with those chisels and protractors and levels in their tackle box are really wasting their money. We're here for the absolute essentials.
Hooks are literally the connection between you and every fish you'll ever catch. You need variety here because different fish require different approaches.
I mean, yes and no. You really gotta think about what bait you're using. When I started off, I just had a few Aberdeen hooks and they did me just fine.
J-hooks give you more versatility for different presentations. Aberdeen hooks are perfect for smaller fish.
Well, an Aberdeen hook is a type of J-hook, but the size of the hook you're using depends a lot more on the bait you're using than the fish.
And here's something most people overlook. You need multiple sizes of each type.
How would you know? You don't know what baits I'm using. In my tackle box, I could get by with just 3 different hooks. A size 4 Aberdeen for small baits, a size 3/0 extra wide gap hook for larger soft plastics, and a size 4 octopus hook for hair eggs when I'm targeting catfish and carp.
This gives you the flexibility to target everything from bluegill to largemouth.
Say the line, Bart!
Base.
Yay!
Sinkers control your bait's depth and presentation, and having the wrong weight can make the difference between a productive day and going home skunked. You'll want weights ranging from 1/8 ounce up to at least 1 ounce.
If you're just trying to get like a worm or a soft plastic to the bottom faster, just buy an assortment of split shots and figure it out. It's really not that hard. The fish aren't down there like, oh, this worm doesn't have a bullet weight, I better not touch it. And if all you plan on fishing with is like an earthworm, then you don't need to waste your money on a 1 ounce bank sinker either.
This brings us to a small but crucial component that most beginners overlook. Swivels. Swivels prevent line twist, and line twist will ruin your day faster than almost anything else.
I can think of at least 10 things that'll ruin my day faster than line twist.
Barrel swivels are the standard choice because they're simple, reliable, and affordable.
I'd have to disagree with that. I mean, I have barrel swivels in my tackle box, but 9 times out of 10, I'm just going to use a snap swivel. Does the same thing and it's easier to switch out lures.
3-way swivels open up different rigging possibilities.
You gotta be out of your mind if you think that this is an essential. Not to say that they don't have a use, but I've literally never used a 3-way swivel before, and I've never seen anyone use a 3-way swivel before. And ironically, this video doesn't even mention snap swivels.
Bobbers serve as your eyes underwater, telling you exactly what's happening with your bait.
Let me guess, the size of your bobber matters more than most people realize?
The size of your bobber matters more than most people realize.
Of course it does. You know, I don't think I've ever even questioned the size of a bobber I've used before. You just get a standard size at the store, and if it's too big for your bait, just put a split shot under it.
Extra fishing line. Your main line is going to break, get damaged, or need replacement during your fishing trip. That's not a question of if, it's a question of when.
Now that is a very bold claim. Most people don't have all day to be on the water, so if you're relining your reel out there, you're wasting time that could be spent fishing, and you're wasting space in your tackle bag that could hold something more useful than line. After fishing for the day, if I notice the line on one of my reels getting low, I'll just make a mental note to reline it before heading out the next time.
You should carry the same pound test as your main line, plus lighter and heavier options for different situations. Having options lets you adapt to whatever the conditions demand.
What, so I'm supposed to carry multiple options of fishing line with me at all times? That's not very practical. If this video wanted to be helpful, it could have at least mentioned that rods and reels have limits to how heavy the line can be, and that using outside that limit can damage your gear.
Clippers. Sharp, reliable clippers are non-negotiable.
They're only non-negotiable if you don't have a pair of pliers with clippers built in.
But clippers alone aren't enough for complete line management. You need pliers.
Hey, those pliers have clippers built in. I guess the clippers aren't non-negotiable after all. Fishing pliers are definitely something I would consider to be an essential though.
This leads us to the part of your tackle box that actually catches the fish: soft plastic baits.
This is another really subjective essential, especially because it rattles off every soft plastic under the sun.
Plastic worms are your foundation here. Creature baits with appendages, swim baits mimic injured baitfish, crawfish imitations work magic.
Like, no one needs all of that. Also, I think that's a real crayfish. Good luck keeping that in your tackle box.
The beauty of soft plastics is their durability. Unlike live bait, they don't die.
We have a quickly evolving story here. AI YouTuber Fisherman Explained has recently discovered that soft plastics don't die. Here's what Bryce Goes Fishing had to say on the matter.
Well, no kidding. Does anyone really need a video to explain that?
Leader line serves multiple purposes in your tackle box.
Unless you're targeting pike or muskie, leader line is not an essential. Oh, I'm sorry. We're actually talking about feeder line. I have no idea what that is.
This brings us to hardware that makes lure changes quick and easy. Snap swivels.
You've got to be kidding me. Now you bring up snap swivels? I seriously thought they weren't going to be in the video because there's already a section about swivels that didn't mention them. Just goes to show you that even this script is AI generated.
Weights. Drop shot weights Tungsten are weights perfect are for small finesse fish weights. weights.
Hold on. We already did a section about weights. If you have more to add to it, then put it in that section.
Digital scales give you accurate weights for documenting your catches. Speaking of measurements, you need a measuring tape.
A scale and a measuring tape are both nice to haves, but they're not essential.
Stock your tackle box with these essentials. Keep them maintained and organized, and you'll be ready for whatever the fish throw at you.
I know it's a figure of speech, but I think we're supposed to be the ones throwing at the fish, not the other way around. So that's what you get when you use AI to make your videos. Now I use AI in my videos too, and if you made it this far, you know that they're not complete slop. And it's because I use AI as a tool, not a substitute. The words you hear in my videos are my words, and they're coming out of my mouth too. I used to use AI for video descriptions and titles, but eventually I realized that my best performing videos didn't use them at all. So where do I use AI then? Well, for starters, this guy is AI generated. I start with this base image, and when I want him in a new pose, I ask ChatGPT to generate me a new image, put my avatar on it, and I'm good to go. Speaking of which, my avatar is AI generated too, or at least it was. Eventually I decided to trace it in Inkscape to have a vectorized version that I can scale infinitely. I also generate visuals for my videos with AI sometimes. On their own they're pretty soulless, but by editing in a little personality,
"Oh, this worm doesn't have a bullet weight. I better not touch it."
they fit right in with the rest of the video. Lastly, I generated part of the thumbnail for this video with AI as well. By putting the effort into making it my own, I'm communicating to you that I put effort into the video as well. Hopefully it shows, and I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, let me know by giving this video a like, subscribing, and letting me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.